since I started working as a digital nomad remotely, I will never go back to working inside ever again. I think that working remotely has very, very few disadvantages, and this allows you to have a lot of freedom and choose whatever you really need or like in your life. The freedom to travel everywhere and to choose wherever is more suitable for you in any point of time, it's a blessing, and I encourage anybody to try to do it. So if you ever wonder how to start being a digital nomad, you need to find a remote source of income and start investigating the travel restrictions, visas, and different destinations. And finally, learn to live abroad, make friends, and adapt to the new situations, which sometimes is the hardest thing for some people. To get a recurrent income online, you have many options. You can be an employee, you can work freelancer, you can have investment income, or you can have your own company. Whatever you choose to do, just ensure you have a recurrent stream of income, because it's not fun to stop having money in a country that you don't know. If you want to work as a freelancer, you should check Upwork and Fiverr. If you want to work as an employee, you should choose Seek or LinkedIn. If you want to make a company, you have to do your own research. Once you have your recurrent revenue, you should be studying which places are best for you. Some people really like Europe because it's first world, and some other people like the USA or Australia, and some other people prefer third world countries because it's cheaper and you have a best bang for your buck. It's like Southeast Asia or even some places South America, and depending what you prefer, some websites like Numbeo, which can give you a lot of numbers and free information to choose your best destination. You can even compare cost of life, like cost of rent, the cost of having properties, even the cost of coffee across different cities, which is very interesting, and it's always up to date. On the other hand, you should check about visas and restrictions, residence permit, on all this kind of stuff. So for this, you should do a research, because you cannot stay forever, and depending on where you come from, you should have more or less trouble with this. So passportindex.org can be a good place to start your investigation. You can relatively compare the power of different passports, and you can have some insight of which places you can go or you cannot go, or which things you need to achieve or present the documentation to get into those countries. Another useful resource is Nomad List, which is a list of nomad places where people choose to go. I personally have a lot of disagreement with the list, very strong disagreements, but it's a great resource, so I think it has a lot of merit. There are many other things that you will learn along the way. If you don't have a very good English level, you should be definitely thinking of improving it, because it will allow you to travel to a lot more places, and you should get used to meeting new people and going to places and feel comfortable talking to people that you don't know, with different culture, different religion, different languages. All this is very exciting for me, but for some people you get a little bit anxious. So just keep in mind that your social skills are key, because you don't have your friends, you don't have your family, and down the road you will definitely need social interaction, because depression will creep in and you will start feeling very, very bad for no reasons. And this is definitely the reason why it happens. It happens to all of us. So there are some apps that help you with this, like Meetup, for example. Meetup is an app that lets you check different language exchanges and different meetups based on activities. And this is a very, very good way to find other travelers, which are probably the best people to meet, because they are open to getting new interactions, because they are on the same path that you are. You can get some good tips on saving money, as for example using couch surfing, which is a good way of saving money while traveling. It's a community of people that let you stay in somebody else's couch or sofa or bed, and it's just for free. It's a community that it's based on trust and like being friendly, and an alternative is doing house sitting. For example, trusted housesitters.com. It's a good website. I've used it myself. And you go to different houses, you take care of the house and the pets of the families you are house sitting, and in exchange you can stay there for free, but you have to be there for the pet and do all the things that the owners say. So you have to take into considerations that there are pros and cons, but these are very, very good ways of saving money. And even in places like Airbnb, you can talk directly to the owner if you're planning to stay a little longer to get the discount. This is before renting, but really Airbnb is not the best option if you're planning to stay long. It's convenient, but it's maybe not the cheapest. And there are a lot of other tips we can talk about. So if you're interested, follow us and give us a like.